Good morning traders and welcome to the daily call today, Tuesday the 28th of March. Before we get started, as always, please understand that any advice in this session is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Okay, so let's have a look at what's happened overnight, and we'll start off in Europe. The German IFO report, which measures business confidence, rose to its highest level since 2011 as the euro continues to strengthen. So this was actually really good news. The euro has been on a bit of a climb at the moment and it continues to push in this direction. One interesting comment overnight was from ECB member Prayat, who said easy monetary policy is still needed, and any attempt to remove would basically possibly slow and stall the ECB down. So that's an interesting comment from an ECB member. Let's keep our eyes on the euros and let's see what continues to develop there. In the US, FOMC voter, Mr. Evans, was the first to admit basically that the failure of the GOP health bill adds to the uncertainties and that fiscal uncertainty weighs on the outlook. So essentially, we all kind of knew that the USD lost more ground against the majors yesterday, and now that makes it 8 out of 9 trading days that it has lost ground, particularly against the Japanese yen. So that's what's happened overnight. Let's move on. Let's have a look at our chart of the day. Now, in yesterday's class, I was speaking that I was very, very keen to try and find opportunities on the GBP. Look what's happened overnight. On a daily chart, we can see that this resistance level that I was looking for yesterday, the market has come up to meet me. We now have that resistance level that I'm looking for. So what I've done is I've zoomed in to a 4-hour chart. This is what it looks like on a 4-hour chart. And there you have it, it's the same line, we've just stepped in, and when I zoom in particularly to this area over here, let's have a look at what we have. I have an engulfing candle. So I've got an engulfing candle at the same resistance level which I found on a daily chart. So guess what? I'm happy to go ahead with this. I have sent out a message as well via Twitter. So I really like this. So anybody who's a little bit more on the aggressive side. So GBP on a 4-hour, we have an engulfing candle at resistance. So the way that you trade this is basically at the open. I'm a little bit late to it, but it's still at the same level. It hasn't really taken off yet, hasn't gone back to a stop out, so it's still valid. Okay, so there you have it. That is our chart of the day. It's the GBP USD on a 4-hour, zoomed in from a resistance line on a daily chart. All right, so let's have a look at what's happening in the session that is about to unfold. Not much actually, but at 1 o'clock in the morning we have the consumer confidence coming out from the US. And at 1:10 from Canada, we have Governor Polotz speaking. So that's pretty much all that's happening overnight. Remember, these times are in my local time, which is Australian Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time. Guys, as always, please feel free to contact us if you do have any questions. Follow me on Twitter at ChatFX for trade setups and breaking news. But most importantly, I hope you all have a great trading day, and I will see you tomorrow for the daily call. Bye for now.